was done by Rolly Borinaga and Father Cancius Copa, under the title, what is the title again? The colonial, the colonial Odyssey of Leyte. And Artigas is an interesting figure because he's not often kind of widely recognized as an important historian, because he was kind of primarily a chronicler, a documentarian. But I think an important contribution of Artigas is he was the person who built up the Filipiniana division of the Philippine National Library. So he practically was the responsible for building up the collection of the Philippine National Library before the war, which unfortunately much of it was lost because of the destruction of Manila during the war. So we have kind of a long list of people who have contributed to the documentation and dissemination of historical knowledge about Leyte. And of course, at the present, I'll mention my good friend Rolly Borinaga, and also another kind of friend from way back, our university days, Merle, a Lunan poet and scholar. So, in brief, there's kind of a rich human and documentary fund concerning the knowledge of the Eastern Visayan region. Apart from the work of individual scholars that I have mentioned, building research collections, libraries, and local museums is foundational in heritage work. Leyte and Samar have broken ground in creating institutions in historical preservation and heritage promotion. But this is true, the practice of history itself, but practically quite evident in heritage work that they kind of the politicizing of heritage events because of its kind of value for constituency building and accomplishments and so on. So that and it's kind of tourism as well. Kind of that history gets left behind, but it's just used as a kind of a linchpin for kind of other things. So the politics of heritage work is something that we have also to be quite kind of aware of and sensitive about.
Tomorrow.
Honorable Gresil B. Mujares, Dr. Maria Luz Vilches, Dr. Rolando Burinaga, the 13 grandnephews and grandnieces of the late composer. As a prelude to our main topic, please allow me to say something about my grand-uncle. Agustin L. Omora was a pseudonym, a pen name used by the author in all his works and writings. He was born Agustin Juan Omilio Mora on February 20, 1911 in Palo Leyte to San Luciano Mora and Antonina Omilio. He had two other siblings. The oldest one, Concordia Mora Villacorte, was my maternal grandmother, and the other one, Cristina, was a spinster. They lived together in one house until the end. He died at the age of 82 in April 10, 1993, a Holy Saturday. He never got married, but he had a love child who was a singer and recorded the song Huyuhuy, which he composed. Professor Mora didn't have formal music education except for the mentoring of his father, who was also a musician and an artist. At the age of 10, according to his classmates who were still around when I was young, When he was barely in grade 4, he arranged a song in 4 voices for a school program. He also started writing poems in English and Spanish to the pleasure of his teachers. He must have been a child prodigy. Right after high school, at the age of 18, he helped organize the Leyte Central Academy Orchestra, and in October 1929, they won first prize in the orchestra competition for the first Diocesan Eucharistic
diakon.
Congress. Nakit na Ginoo.
Yan, sus.
Yung waray na pagkawari na mahinusan na gula dun kala kasing-kasing magulugo nalulungan ang panuhi kundong ka adugo kabulahan nawaray na paguna magkurusa in pagkalan Kristo ingabong Tuhan at tugma nakabuhan nga palong magtubo malulungan ay palong ikundong
In 1989, before the fiesta in Palo, Monsignor Pastor Cotianco, who was director of the cathedral, requested him to write an original hymn to our patron, Señora San Salvador, as the parish had been singing an adaptation from a papal march. He wrote the Song of the Transfiguration, Awit a Transfiguration, in English and Binisaya, and this has been the official hymn of the parish. Santo Niño Benedictione. We would like to extend our deepest gratitude to Maestro Leo Novillo, the Palo Cathedral Choir, the Palo Era Rousers, Arian Paul Aguilion, the Cultural Treasury of Author Momora. May Señor Santo Niño continue to bless and guide us. Please join us in singing the hymn.
Jesucristo,